Hello and welcome to the Flagstaff County Podcast. I'm your host, Cary Castagna, Communications Coordinator for Flagstaff County. Today we're talking to Brady Ness, 6'4", 217-pound defenseman with the Moose Jaw Warriors of the Western Hockey League. Welcome, Brady, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
You're listening to the official podcast of Flagstaff County. First off, I want to kind of go back to your minor hockey roots. Can you tell us a little bit about growing up in Sedgewick? What was it like being part of a small town community?
Yeah, it was very cool. It was there was always everyone knows everyone, so it was awesome for that sense. Just making friends was easy. I had the same classmates all the time growing up, same teammates in hockey, so made some great friends and friends I still know today. And yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, because you went to Central High
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
Sedgewick. Yeah.
went there till grade 7, then I moved to Edmonton in grade 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you also grew up on an acreage northeast of Sedgewick, so I'm not actually in the town of
hmm
Sedgewick, but you went to school right in Sedgewick. So, any fond memories of those early days? Playing hockey early on.
Yeah, I think like after school, the rink would just they'd open the rink up for us, so then could just go and play shinny or do whatever at the rink for like hours, just basically all day, just with my buddies. You don't really get that in a big city or anything like that, so I think
No.
it was a great opportunity to. It was lots of fun, but it was a great opportunity to just play as much hockey as I wanted.
Yeah, so you were usually there right after school, eh?
Oh yeah, it's right by like the rink's right by the school, so
Yeah, right across the street there, yeah.
yeah, I just walk over there and play for hours.
Any fond memories from your time playing minor hockey with I guess it would have been the Battle River Knights, right?
Yeah, it was the Sharks, and then they switched it over when I was there to the Val River Knights. But then there's just like there's so many fun like provincials and like so many little tournaments. Like we went to Fairview once, and that was a blast. Just tournaments like that. Have fun with your friends and play mini sticks in the hotel and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Things like that. Yeah.
So were there any coaches or teammates from your minor hockey days who had a big impact on your development as a player?
I think honestly, just everyone around the community just helping out and just being at the rink and opening it up for me. Like there was so many people that just would get free ice for me or for my friends and all that. So there's countless people, but yeah.
Yeah, so no shortage of ice time, and obviously it always makes a difference for those players who did take advantage of shinny. I
Yeah,
mean, you can tell
definitely.
in the games which ones are playing more often, playing shinny more often.
Yep.
Um, just to reverse a little bit farther back,
hmm
do you remember like starting hockey? Like your
Uh yeah, like I think I started out just like at the rink there, just whenever I could. My dad would basically kind of carry me around the ice more than anything when I couldn't skate,
Oh,
like when I
okay.
was 2 or 3. So then would do that for a couple of years, and then eventually I was like always at the rink, doing whatever from basically when I was born.
It's kind of expected, right? Especially in a small town, it seems like a good segment of the population plays hockey.
Yeah, that's basically in those small towns. There's not a whole lot you can do, so it's basically hockey in the winter and baseball for me in the summer.
In the summer, yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you realize that hockey could be something more than just a pastime for you?
Um, I'd say more down the road when I got drafted to Moose Jaw is when I really started to because that before like it's always been fun and I always play at the end of the day for fun, but that's when I really realized I could go somewhere, get my schooling paid for, and hopefully
Yeah.
eventually play pro hockey is when I got drafted and could go and play junior.
So yeah, I want to talk a little bit more about your journey to the WHL and the Moose Jaw Warriors. So what was the transition like from playing minor hockey in a small town to joining the Western Hockey League? Is that quite a bit of a jump for you or?
Yeah, like I definitely it was definitely a jump every level, but I did it in a way, so I played my minor hockey in Sedgewick, and then for a couple of years I played I think 1 year at Pee Wee in Camrose, which is another it's a step up. There was more kids and it was a bit higher division. And then eventually I moved to Edmonton, so then that's higher hockey. So I slowly kind of progressed it, so it didn't feel like a huge jump, but from midget to junior is definitely the biggest jump. It's just all the players are so much better and faster and
Yeah.
bigger and everything. Yeah. So
So how did you prepare yourself both mentally and physically for the jump to major junior hockey?
Uh, basically, you just gotta work as hard as you can. There's not really any secret. You gotta skate lots. You gotta work out. You gotta find things that can make you stand out in the league. So for me, it was definitely my size and my stick and playing defense. So I definitely like going into the summer, going into when I was 16 or 17 is when I really started to focus on building my size, building my frame, and really trying to work on my gap and my skating and everything like that because I knew it would be such a big jump going to junior. So that's mainly how I prepared.
Yeah, and so you got into weight training as a teenager?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I started getting more when I was pretty young actually because I was always playing sports or doing whatever. So it was
Yeah.
pretty easy like crossover to weight training. But then I really started to dial in and focus on like my working out and nutrition and all that. I was probably around 15 or 16 or 17, around there.
Yeah, and you have a large frame at 6'4". Was it hard to pack on some muscle on such a big frame or
Yeah, I mean at first definitely was. Now I feel like I've got the hang of it
yeah,
to figure it out because it's all a lot of it is nutrition and I had a nutritionalist that I used to help me with that to gain on muscle and good muscle and not and just gain it as fast as I could, but in a good safe way.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what was it like putting on the Moose Jaw Warriors jersey for the first time?
It was awesome. Yeah, I probably it's one of my favorite games. It's my first game with the Warriors.
Yeah, it's a
It
pretty
was just
special feeling.
yeah, it was so cool. It was there was lots of good players, a lot older than me, but it was so much fun and it felt surreal for sure.
Do you remember the nerves you had that game?
Yeah, it was there was nerves, but there was also excitement because it's I worked so hard for it and then to finally be there and be playing, it was awesome just to finally get there.
Did you ever think you'd be there, playing on the rink in Sedgwick and dreaming of bigger and
No,
better things? Did you ever think
no,
that could be a reality for you?
I don't know. I think I was honestly just at the rink there. I was just having fun. I wasn't thinking too far down the line. I was just
Yeah,
going out there and playing scrimmage with my buddies. But looking back, it's pretty crazy to come from a small town and then make it to junior.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, the WHL is a grind, and how do you stay motivated and keep improving throughout a long season?
Honestly, I think it's pretty easy for me just because I love hockey so much. It's what I want to do every day. It's my favorite thing in this world. Is it's it gets hard for sure. But then you got your teammates with you, your coaches to help support you, and you want to do it for them just as much as you want to do it for yourself. So just every day to try to focus on the next game and get a win is basically just take it day by day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of the biggest lessons you've learned so far playing in the WHL?
Yeah, I think mainly last year I really because it is a grind. I really started to wear down my body, and throughout the season, you start to get tired, and you start to be prone to more injuries. So then I use a lot of true movement to help my injuries, and I think that just now this year is really focusing on making sure my body is recovering, and I'm doing lots of stretching and doing lots of the things like that to really 'cause it's a long season, so I want to make sure I stay healthy throughout it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the season been going for you?
It's been good. I
Yeah.
mean, we got a very young team and it's been lots of trades and everything, but like personally, I just trying to get as much out of it as I can and improve every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, life as a WHL player, can you walk us through a typical game day with the Warriors? What does your routine look like?
Yeah, so typically we I wake up and yeah, depending on when we have to go to the rink, usually around 9 or 10 or around there. Go to the rink and either we skate in the morning and or do a stretch or just kind of go to the rink, do some video, and then head back home and get some lunch in and then have a nap for a couple hours and then pregame and I usually try to get to the rink for our games are at 7, so I usually try to get to the rink around 4 or 4:30 and then game time and then that's about it.
All right, now road trips in the WHL can be long.
Yeah.
How do you pass the time on the bus with your teammates?
Honestly, it's a lot of movies, it's games, it's like card games. We play that a decent amount. But yeah, we had a road trip this year. It was from I think we ended up in Vancouver and then we were on the bus for like 15 hours or like straight. So
Oh yeah,
that was a grind. They're not easy, but you just kind of just hang out. You just try to pass time with the deck guys and play cards or yeah, watch movies.
15 hours though, that can make you go a little squirrely.
Oh yeah, definitely. By the end, I'm ready to get off for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have any pregame rituals or superstitions?
I wouldn't say I'm too superstitious. I'd say like we always play a game where basically in warmups they put the pucks all out. So
Yeah.
when you go out there, it's me and three other guys. We kind of play a game to see if who can get the puck closer to the dot, play like a bunch, and then who can hit the crossbar from the bench. We always play that before the game. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Um, who's the funniest guy on the team? Any good locker room stories you can share?
Ooh, there's lots of good guys.
Some
I'd
practical
say
jokers or
yeah, it's our room's really fun. There's so many. Like the two guys I live with, I live with two other guys, so Seminuk and Finley, they there's always things going on there that we always either at home or at the rink, we're always together. So I can't think of a story on top of my head, but those
but
two
that
guys are
helps though,
definitely
right? The having a good sense of humor
yeah.
because we mentioned the grind that it is to play in the WHL and
Yeah.
so what has been your most memorable game or moment so far in the WHL?
Uh, I'd say probably some. I played a couple of the playoff games last year. When we went on a run and won the championship. I played in I think one of those games. That was very cool. And then obviously my first game was very special as well. I'd say those two are tied just because of playoffs. It's such a different monster. It's crazy how fast it is, and everyone's sold out barn. It's electric. And then the first game, obviously, just because of all the hard work and everything to finally get there.
The
Those two,
first time, yeah.
yeah,
So that the playoff run must have been pretty exciting.
yeah, it was crazy. To see what all those guys went through and just all how close all the games were and to finally win at the end was awesome.
Yeah, because not too many teams get to end their season with a win.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, so that's pretty good to be able to build on that championship.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I want to get back to your ties to home and some of your future goals, but do you get the chance to come back to Flagstaff County often?
Yeah, a decent amount. I like my grandparents live there, or my dad's mom, she lives there, so I go down there and see her very often, and then just lots of like aunties and uncles live there as well. So in the summer, I go there decent amount. I try to get out there at least once or twice a month and see everyone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you miss most about home?
Uh, Honestly, I think sometimes it's hard just like you don't see your family as much. Like my aunts, like I just definitely don't see them as I only see them mainly in the summer. At Christmas I see them, but that's just not as because when I was living in Sedgewick, I was like 5 minutes from my entire family, just like aunties and uncles and everything. But now
Yeah,
I live in Edmonton, so it's obviously a little bit farther.
How has growing up in a rural community shaped you as a player and a person?
I think it's done an amazing job. I think just it's it was awesome to go from a small town to a big city just to see the differences, and I get to experience both of them. I think there's both positives and negatives to both, but I think just the main positives of the small towns, as I said, you can get in the rink so much when you're younger, and there's so many sports and every like there's not much else you can do other than sports. So I
Yeah.
was obviously drawn to that right away. So I think that was a huge advantage for me when I was younger.
So, what advice would you give to young hockey players from small towns who dream of playing at a higher level?
Yeah, if you're dreaming of playing at a higher level, just have fun with it. I think that's you gotta have fun, and if you enjoy your work, it's going to be easy. So just play as much as you can. Go to the outdoor rink. There's lots around Sedgewick or wherever because everyone likes that kind of stuff. So go to the outdoor rink or shinny or whatever, and obviously you gotta work very hard for it as well.
Yeah, because you had a chance to meet with some Battle River Knights players recently. Is that kind of what advice you gave to them?
Yeah, listen to your coaches and work hard is basically what I said. And yeah, those days are so much fun. They're all you do is go to the rink and have fun with your teammates, which I do now as well. So it's awesome. But those
Yeah.
days those days are awesome.
So it sounds like not much has changed. It's still a lot of fun for you.
Yeah, it's great. I love every day here. I'm very grateful for it. Every day I go in the rink. I'm just trying to have as much fun as I can and work hard too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, where do you see yourself in the next few years? Do you have aspirations of playing at a higher level or pursuing other goals?
definitely. I mean, I want to go as far as I can in hockey, so it's going to take a lot of hard work, but I want to play pro hockey someday. Um, so whether that, depending on how I play, I can still play here for another uh 2 years after this. So we'll
Hmm.
see how things go. Lots of things can happen, but right now I'm just honestly focused on finishing out the season, working hard and trying to get better, and then having a good summer and see what happens next year.
Are you 19
I'm 18 right now, so I'll have my
or 18?
19 and 20 year. Yeah.
Oh, 19 later this year. So yeah, you're still young. You've got
Yeah,
lots
lots
of
of
time
hockey
ahead of
left.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you're not playing hockey, what do you like to do in your free time?
Yeah, so I'm getting a job in the summer with True Movement. It's like a Pilates hockey place, so been
Oh,
spending a
okay.
lot of time doing that. Just it's a lot of it's learning about the body, and it's a whole personal training course. So I've been doing that lots, and then whenever I go back to the Bill House, it's hang out with Finner and Sam too, and then we got two little girls there, the Billets. So it's a full house, so there's lots of fun to have there. Um, yeah.
All right. Before I get into the rapid fire questions, is there anything else you want to add or anything you think I should be asking you, or you
No, I
want
think
you
I
want to
just
give a
think
shout out to anybody?
uh I think my dad said he's going to listen to this, so maybe Derek Ness. He helped me. He's Both my parents have helped me so much get to where I am. I'm very grateful for them. They worked. They're the hardest workers I know, just to get me to the rink in all those early mornings. Like I
Yeah.
broke my ankle when I was around 11 or 12, and he'd get to the rink with me at like 6 in the morning. We'd get the rink to ice to ourselves, and he'd skate me and help me get back for when I was in Bantam or Pee Wee.
Wow. Yeah, they must be
Yeah,
pretty proud of you, and they definitely instilled that hard work ethic. Eh?
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I just have some rapid fire questions I wanted to throw at you before I'll let you go. So, first off, favorite NHL team growing up?
It was pretty controversial. It was Calgary.
Ooh,
Yeah, I got a lot of heat for it back home.
yeah, I bet.
Hmm
Player you model your game after?
I like on the Oilers Ekholm a lot.
Yeah,
Matthias Ekholm. He's a player I've watched lots. Just the way he plays. He's a big D man who can pass the puck, which is really what I want to do.
yeah. Favorite rink you've played in outside of Moose Jaw?
Ooh. I'd go with I mean, as a Flames fan, I think the Saladome Suite. I mean, Rogers is very nice as well. But like just a WHL rink. I'd like Spokane a lot. We went to the States last year. It's beautiful, that rink.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
good fan support then too, or
Oh yeah, it's crazy there. They got chants going after every goal and just before the games, it's electric.
toughest player you've faced?
Um, ooh, like toughest to play against, like skill wise, or like tough, like just just tough to hard play against.
Yeah, hard
Yeah.
to play against.
Well, I play against Bedard, so he's a very good player. Obviously, he's done very well for himself. When I play against him, yeah, it was he's not easy to play against.
No, I bet not.
Yeah.
Best road trip destination in the WHL?
Mm, I'd say honestly the whole US road trip. I went on it last year and it was amazing. Just all the nice cities there, like Spokane and Seattle's awesome and Portland was cool as well. We went there for the championship, went there.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those cities. That whole road trip's awesome.
Okay, and one more. If you weren't playing hockey, what sport would you play?
I'd say probably either golf or maybe baseball. I liked that when I was younger, so maybe I'd maybe do those.
All right. Well, thank you, Brady. It's been a pleasure speaking with you on the Flagstaff County podcast, and I wish you all the best in the season ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for having me on.